morning, everyone. Today is a good day. We're all here, we're all safe, we're all healthy. Fires here in California are still going, still burning, still can't go outside. Too much smoke in the air, too many ashes, unhealthy for breathing. But it's good. It's a good day. Today I'm going to show you something that some of you have been asking me. Do I have a recipe? Will you ever make a video? Well, here it is for those that have been asking. Today I'm going to make sopas. Sopas da festa, or also sopas do Espírito Santo, however you guys called or know the name wherever you're from. So that's what I'm gonna do. Usually there is festas going on and there's sopas every weekend. Around here there's sopas every weekend, and somewhere in one of the towns, well, with this pandemic there's no sopas. So I think everybody's craving for sopas. I personally was not brought up eating sopas. We never ate this kind of sopas. But my kids were brought up. They love it. They enjoy it. So I'm going to make you a video making sopas. So let me show you what do I got. Here is all my ingredients. In here, I had it marinated from last night. Bones. These are neck bones. And 2 big pot roast meat. I marinate them in wine and water and salt. So you can marinate them up to 5 hours. You don't have to marinate them overnight if you don't have the time. But I had a lot. I'm not only just making this. I have another pot already going outside with more. But for my video, I thought I'd show you just these. So there's 2 pot roast meat and some neck bones. You need pickling spice. This is the whole flavor. It's the pickling spice. You need a half a cup of that. Then I have a tablespoon of crushed or pureed garlic. In here I have 2 tablespoons of cumin, spoons of celery salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, half a cup of dry onions, half a cup of dry parsley, you can use the fresh too, and 4 cups of crushed tomatoes. Here I have mint, and then 2 cabbages, cubed. So, and I'm gonna do this in my instant pot, so that way we'll cook this fast. So, like I said, I marinate my meat in water, wine, and I use the Chablis. It's the pink wine. I'm gonna put all this in there. That's all juice from the meat marinating. I let it marinated, and 2 tablespoons of salt. So then I'm gonna put my pickling spice also in here, and I'm gonna cook this for 35 minutes. Like I said, my recipe, I do it in a pot, is different, but this one I'm gonna do it for 40 minutes, and then we'll see. Then we'll add all the other spices. So we just cook that for 2, in my thing it says 2 hours, but in here we'll do for 40 minutes, and then we add all the other spices. Here I have the pot that I told you that I was already doing outside. This has been going for an hour. So in here it takes a lot longer. So I'm gonna be cooking this out here for a couple hours before I add all the other spices. But it's smelling good. Smelling like the soupish from the festa. I hope my neighbor's gonna say, there's soupish at the festa. I'll show you when it's all done. Okay, friends, it's been 40 minutes that my meat has been cooking. And it still needs to go more. So now we add all the other spices. Here we go, we add all the other spices. We have 4 cups of crushed tomatoes. We add that in. We have 1 tablespoon of garlic. I'm gonna put some of the juice to rinse that garlic. 2 tablespoons Worcestershire sauce. The celery, salt and pepper. All the cumin. The dry parsley, dry onion. And the dry parsley. So now I'm gonna cover this again and put it another, I'd say another 30 minutes. And then we'll put the cabbage. But for now we'll put this. Here's my meat. It's kind of falling apart. And now I'm adding the cabbage to my pot. And the cabbage is gonna cook for 15 minutes. I might take some of this liquid because there's too much liquid there. So I'm gonna use a ladle and scoop some of this. Don't throw this juice away. I just don't want all this juice in my Instant Pot because it's too full, and I don't like it when it's too full, and not supposed to be that full. But once the cabbage cooks, it'll shrink. So, and my soup is almost done. You do it in this Instant Pot. On a regular pot, it'll take me all day long to make soupish in the Instant Pot. And then what I do is I drizzle some of this juice over the cabbage and make sure that they're all submerged under the liquid. Okay, put this aside. Do not throw that juice away. And I'm gonna put this back on. And I am gonna put for 30 minutes. For 30 minutes, and then we'll check on the cabbage. And here you see, my friends, the one in the pot. I put the cabbage already. And I'm just gonna stir, and here's the meat falling apart. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell. I'm surprised my neighbors are not checking and see what I'm doing, because it smells so good. You come down my street and you smell soupish. It is so delicious. I had my sister-in-law come and see me, and she says, it smells like soupish out there. And here you have it. So I'm gonna let this cook. And when that cabbage is done, we'll be done with our soupish. We'll go to the next step. Friends, 30 minutes has gone by, and my cabbage is done. My cabbage is cooked. My meat is cooked. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So now I'm gonna put mint. We put mint on top and let this mint flavor the soupish. And let me show you. There you have it. Oh, only if we could smell. Only if you could smell. Okay, I'm gonna make myself a little bowl. And this is how you serve it. You slice some bread. I'm gonna put very little bread. I can't have bread. But I'm gonna try some of this. I love the cabbage. My favorite part is cabbage. Then you put the juice over the bread. I want some meat. Let's see, let's fish for some meat in here. And the meat is all falling apart. And this is a perfect meal for Christmas because I'm doing all this. You can do all this, let it cool. Now you can put this in an ice bath to cool as fast as possible. And then put it in the refrigerator. And then tomorrow, or whenever you need, you can warm it up. Let me show you. Look at that meat. It's falling off. It is so delicious. And here we have Sopas da Festa. And this is the best Sopas. Not because I made, but I love this recipe. I usually cannot eat the Sopas at the hall because they're too much grease. And this, you don't see too much grease because it's, you know, I take a lot of the fat. When they do it at the hall, they throw everything because that's the flavor. It's just so good. And this recipe makes a small amount. So you go ahead and do it for your family. And, you know, there's 2 pot roasts in here on this pot right alone. And this can feed, I'd say, at least 12 people, easy. Because you put the bread and you put this. Oh my goodness, look at that bite. For those who are not familiar with Sopas do Espírito Santo, you try this. You will see. This is one delicious meal. And like I said, ideal for Christmas, for holidays, for a party. Make it ahead of time. The next day, just warm it up, slice the bread, all done. So anyway, for those people that requested the Sopas da Festa, here they are. Make this recipe. Let me know how it came out and keep it in touch. Anyway, get cooking. Thank you. Have a good day. And here you have my big pot from outside. Here's my big pot of Sopas. The meat is falling off the bone as well. And now I'm gonna divide all this for my customers and my family. So here it is, my pot of Sopas.